What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And this one I want to talk about what's going on with Tesla stock in the overall market. I'm going to just break down some technical analysis for a couple of tickers out there and give you guys a very quick update. But let me first say that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. Anyways, let's talk about Tesla. Let's talk about something very important. So I just want to clarify something, guys. That I have a tendency of talking a lot about lots of intraday price action, lots of things on the shorter time frames. But I just want to zoom out and show you guys something very important on Tesla. So Tesla is still bullish. If you look at the weekly time frame, okay, this is a very nice looking inverse head and shoulders like structure on Tesla. It is technically looking bullish in terms of its pattern. I think that Tesla has some more upside coming, especially going into the second half of 2024. Now, with the recession coming up, there are some people who are concerned about its effects, but there's not a whole lot I can say just yet. I do believe that the high interest rates are still kind of hurting the economy as a whole, just very slowly, and we're going to see their real effects as time goes on. But the truth is, as far as Tesla goes, even if there are some fluctuations here and there, even though there are going to be some changes in the price action, overall, overall for the long term, especially approaching the end of next year, going into the year after, it is very bullish. We have a nice inverse head and shoulder structure. It is still holding up. Now, is it possible for Tesla to just remain in this range? Right, we have this range right over here in the 200s. Could it remain in this range for another few months? It's possible. It's just a possibility. But it could still be very bullish overall, even if we are kind of like range trading for a bit before we get a big bullish breakout very soon. Right. So I just want to make it clear Tesla is not necessarily okay. When I say that there are days where Tesla could be red, where Tesla can see a little pullback, that doesn't mean I'm saying I'm bearish on Tesla. I'm just saying that intraday, there are going to be some moves like that. This thing has been on a big uptrend overall. If you look at the last few months since 2023 started, it's up pretty big, right? Since 2023. But there were instances where Tesla had, many weeks of sell-offs, right? You could see this happen back in like July, even back in like October. But overall, it's still on a big uptrend. So I just wanted to clarify that. Anyways, going into the more recent price action now, I'm on the hourly time frame on Tesla. It is on a very interesting trend. Let me just bring back many of my drawings from before so you can see what's going on with this chart. So as far as Tesla goes, you can see we have this yellow trend line. This big yellow trend line is going, this was previous support. It's going to be acting as resistance for Tesla. And it's not too far from our 258 resistance. As of recent, for the last few weeks, Tesla has been stuck in a range. Our support is at this 247 to 250 area. Our resistance is at 258 to 260. Now, notice what happened today. Tesla got some bullish news from the Chinese registrations. There's good articles coming out that are saying that Tesla is going to likely meet their deliveries target. And Tesla started to pump when the news came out. Then where did we go to? This 258 resistance again. This keeps on reappearing. What did Tesla do? Did we break it? This time we actually failed to break it, but we could still try to attempt to break it in the future. So if you want to be even more bullish, you want to see a bullish breakout, I need to see Tesla try to break 258. If we break this, we have this yellow trend line, which is going to be a key resistance. This was previous support. You can see Tesla was kind of like uptrending right here. Need to break this yellow trend line and start breaking out even more, and that's going to be key for Tesla. Now, when it comes to support, we're going to be looking for Tesla to basically approach this 256 area. If 256 fails us, we have 254 and then 252 and then 250 below that. So that's actually very interesting. Tesla's still holding up quite decently. We're actually seeing SPY getting defended by a lot of bulls. Historically, during this period, we tend to see the market hold up decently. But don't forget, guys, it's going to be a short week. There won't be as much volume. But so far, we're still favoring the bulls a bit more. As of recent, Tesla's been uptrending, making higher highs and higher lows. But it is important to note that as Tesla's trying to hold up, we have this resistance to watch. We want to see if Tesla can try to break this. I could even see a bullish wedge forming. So it is still favoring the bulls. So it looks bullish overall. For the rest of today, it might just trade sideways in the 256 area. But overall, the trend on Tesla is still looking a bit more bullish. And we'll see if it can break 258. As far as SPY goes, we're testing this high rate over here around the very high 475 area. Break that, then we have 476, basically that range right over there. I mean, if we get above that, our next target is going to be 478 on SPY. I could see it pushing more as long as we hold this support right over here. Right, we have the support down here. We have to hold this. As long as we hold this, we could be pushing up even higher. We're favoring the bulls a bit more. I want to see this thing just continue to push up, and it's looking quite decent thus far. Watch 475 as support. If that fails, it's just 474. So far, so good from SPY. On the QQQ, we have a nice uptrend that's being established. We're continuing to uptrend and hold up quite nicely. If we break this high, because we're breaking this high right over here, okay, we have 470 point, it's not 470, sorry, 410.5, which is our resistance, which we just broke above. Then we have 411 acting as resistance. We broke one resistance, now we have 411 coming up. And, besides that, I would assume that like 412 will be our next resistance because at every dollar, this thing is now seeing new resistance. So 412 would be our next target. There is potential for the QQQ to get there. Now, we're going to be watching the support right over here. You could see we're still uptrending, uptrending, uptrending. We're invalidating this bear flag that was forming. So it is uptrending. Watch the support very carefully just to be safe. Watch that 410 support, then 409. As of right now, the QQQ is holding up nicely, and we also have that 408 level as support. And if anything, it's favoring the bulls. Going to be looking to see if we could try to get above 411 very, very soon. What about Nvidia and Apple? First off, for Nvidia, still holding nicely because what happened to Nvidia was we had this channel forming. You could argue that this is a bear flag, but we haven't officially broken down yet. It broke down, but this was a fake out as it got bought right back in. And today it's been trading sideways, kind of consolidating around this area. But just know that at this 495 area, if we manage to break this resistance, there's going to be 498 and 500 coming next. So make sure you watch these wicks at 500 and you watch these other pieces of resistance. As of right now, we're on a very, very nice uptrend. We're holding up very, very nicely. If you want to turn to a big bear, you need to see this thing drop down, kind of like what we did here, but you need to see a follow through move to the downside. It needs to continue to hold below this. Hasn't really done that. It got bought right back in. So to turn bearish, I want to see it lose 488. It hasn't done that just far. It's instead favoring the bulls, and Nvidia looks like it could be pushing for this imbalance up here, very close to 497.5 to almost 500. It is still holding up decently thus far. So it favors the bulls. It's on a nice uptrend. We'll be watching to see if that ends up continuing as time goes on. As far as Apple goes, I just want to mention that Apple, it's been on a downtrend. You guys can see this. It's on a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows so far. But as of recent, there's a change in Apple. If you guys look at what's been happening recently, it isn't falling as hard. And you could see it's trying to base right here. It's trying to find a bottom around this 192.5 to 193 zone right here. It actually touched 192.8. It's trying to hold up. It's trying to base. It's starting to show some signs of defense from the bulls. They're trying to hold it at this area. Now, that does not mean it's bullish. It's actually on a downtrend so far, but it's trying to base. For this to turn bullish, I need to see it shift its market structure, make higher highs and higher lows. I need to see this thing break 193.5, break out of this wedge, and start pushing for 194.4 plus. Then we're going to turn bullish. As of right now, that has not happened, and we're looking quite decent. So I want to see bulls try to hold it where we currently are, and let's see if we can get a follow through move tomorrow. As of right now, we'll wait and see, but Apple is still looking. I would say it's kind of decent now. It's just barely trying to hold up. We'll see if the bulls can defend this by tomorrow. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope this was very helpful. I hope I clarified some things about Tesla. Yes, guys, I'm a big bull on Tesla for the long term. I think Tesla's bullish overall. But for the short term, we're going to be watching these very tight levels just to see how Tesla does, because that's what Tesla's been doing for the last couple of weeks. It is technically in a range. It's been stuck in the range for quite some time, and we will see if this continues or not. Anyways, that's it for the video. Have an absolutely spectacular rest of the day. Remain calm, cool, and collected, and I'll see you guys very, very soon for the next one in a couple of hours. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy Power Hour, and peace out.